kids. Mark Miller here. Fred's over there. Fred, how you doing, buddy? Good? Good? You have a I won't say good weekend, but clearly you didn't have a weekend there. Your digital puppet man. All right. Fred and I were on Dragon Humpers last night. It was not bad. I had had a number of technical issues. One of those I want to take a look at today. I want to go after I want to create some test cases and hunt some bugs. I think we'll get into that. Before I do that, I think I want to finish up the add wealth and remove wealth options right here. Just to update you on that, we can see those on the stream here if we come in here. If I say change wealth, I need to select a player.
Merchant Bushwhacker.
Select this player right here. Let's add, like, I don't know, 100 gold. Change wealth. Drops in from the ceiling like that. If I were to subtract that, it goes from here and normally, here, I'll show you where the Dungeon Master resides. Normally, in this view, the Dungeon Master resides in this frame right up there. That's where it sits. So when we reduce wealth with a negative value right there, and change it, like if I buy something, it goes like that, up to the Dungeon Master. So in general, not too bad. However, if you look at my gold pieces over to the left of my mouse cursor right here, over here, that 255, it's not changing when we change the wealth. So when we do this, nothing's happening, and nothing's happening if I add as well. I will say one thing that's kind of cool about this. This drop of money, that's represented using the coins, the Dungeons and Dragons coins for their currency, and it exactly matches this. So if I say, so right now you're seeing a bunch of platinum pieces, you're seeing 10 platinum pieces drop from the ceiling right there. If I were to change that to 100 and like say 9, we would see 10 platinum and 9 gold come down, right like that. And if I were to change that to like 109.5, we'd see an electrum come down, which is that blue one right there. And if I made it 109.5.6, we're gonna, or maybe 0.9, we're gonna see an electrum, and we're gonna see 4 more silvers come down, like that. If I finally add 9 more, that'll be 9 coppers in addition. And that's what it looks like. So kind of cool. When we discover treasure or when we buy things, whatever that amount, it's going to be that amount, and we're going to see that in actual D&D coins. So I think it's kind of cool. But it's not adding or subtracting. So we need to figure out a way to do that, make that work. We need to update this guy over here. Let's see if we make that work. So this is the, here, let me close the, hide the scroll. This is where we're changing the wealth right here. Let's set a breakpoint. I'm going to click on it, change wealth. And I think we need to do this. I think we need to have a create our own function called change wealth. Maybe put it in game. Even no game, no, we can't do that. Well, we could, but we just don't call the upper level one right here. So we could do this, game.change wealth, and pass in the wealth change. Wait, where's wealth change declared? Oh, it's up high, and game is down low. Coins is low though. Coins is in D&D core. All right, we can move wealth change down into D&D core. That's what I think I'm going to do. All right, so that means we got to stop the app because we're going to make some structural changes here to it. go ahead and I'm just hit Shift F5 here. Where do I got wealth change up here? There it is there. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the class to clipboard. Just hit cut right there. Coder grabs the whole thing for me. Right click this thing. Actually, before we delete that, let's go back over to the coins. Let's paste it here and extract a file. Move type to file. All right, so there's wealth change now down in the core. Now we can come up here. Whoops, I left the Zephyr's piece up here. Let's remove that. All right, up here in wealth change, we're going to come delete this. Don't need that anymore. So now we've moved wealth change down to the bottom. That means we can go implement this piece right here, game.changeWealth, passing in wealth change. Okay, then it's going to go to the players and modify their wealth by the amount specified. And I like that better. And hopefully the players will be able to specify that their own data has been changed so we can update them. So we want to come in here, wealth change dot player IDs. So we want like a for each there, I think. Player ID, perfect. And then I want to say change wealth. No, what do I want to do? Change wealth, player ID, comma, wealth change dot coins dot total gold, like that. I think that's what I want to do. All right. Declare that method. I'm fine with that being private. So now we can say this dot, do I have a get player by ID? There it is, get player from ID, player ID, declare local, and then we're going to say if that's null, get out of there. Then otherwise we're going to say, what is it, gold pieces plus equals total gold. And then I think there's a player, I don't know. What's going on with state change? Who triggers that? Who calls on state change? Okay. Let's go find gold pieces. So I'm debating whether to externally call that the state has changed or turn gold pieces into a property that can tell when it is in fact changed. The downside to externally triggering it is, the class isn't necessarily intelligent anymore. The design tends to be poor. The downside to creating a property, gold pieces as a property that triggers it itself, is that there may be times I don't want to change that, like such as I don't want to trigger the function, such as when I'm loading from disk. So they both kind of have downsides to them. But I'm looking at gold pieces because I'm really thinking maybe that's the way to change it. The other way to do it too is with a change wealth function inside. Maybe let's do that. Let's create a change wealth function. We'll trigger from there. Angry Little Hamster's there. Good day, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Angry Little Hamster, I hope you're well too. Everybody here is well. We are staying inside. How's my kid doing? She's doing this. She's going like that. That's how you know I'm talking to a kid, because you're like like that. Bored? You're bored? You guys should start your own streaming shows, man. Do your live streaming shows. You want to come say hi? She's doing what mom does. She's like, woo, gotta get my hair, adjust my. Well, come do that on camera at least so people can see. Hey, buddy. There's Gia. She's so sweet. You good? You all perfect now? Yeah. No. How you doing? Are you making it through this thing? Okay. Have you gotten sick yet? No. You gotten bored yet? Oh yeah.
How seriously does Dad take this kid? So very seriously.
Look at the camera right over there. Okay. Threaten to teach her math and she will not be bored anymore, says angry little hamster.
He
Oh,
does that. Dad
I don't
does that.
threaten.
Dad does that.
Even more cool.
I don't threaten. I offer to teach you math. I used to teach you math, right? We stopped doing that though, didn't we? Too many tears.
Too many tears.
Some kids can take the Millinata,
No
and some kids cannot.
At this point, no kids have been proven to be able to take millinator.
One child,
Who?
Campbell.
Tears.
Okay, but not as many kids as I have.
That was
My
after the
tears.
school beat him up. Made him not feel confident or something like that. I don't know. All right, so here we go. Change wealth. This, I think, is the better way in to do this. This is going to be the delta wealth. And then we're going to say gold pieces plus equals delta wealth. I think we can also come in here and say, hey, look, if this is 0, we're done. We're out. So if that's 0, then get out of here. Sorry, return. Why did I make that a string? I don't know. Delta, this should be delta gold pieces. Like that. Crying teaching math. Dad was crying too much. That's right. Daddy was crying too much. Make that public. And then on state change. What? Oh, I'm on creature. I don't want to be in creature. I want to be in character. It's gold. Wait, it's gold pieces is in creature. I'm going to put it in character. At some point, I might be like, wait a second, I need to change the gold of a creature, in which case I'll need to take on-state change and drop it down there, because right now on-state change is only in character. So we'll see if need for that is later. Pass in, I guess, of this. New state changed event args. Key. So we're going to say gold pieces. That's the name of the property being changed. The old value is equal to I'll create a variable for that. The new value is equal to gold pieces. And I think that's all we need. Old value. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to say BD for double type variable and say that's equal to gold pieces. So now we've got change wealth. Oh, the one thing I want to do here is I want to say, hey, if gold pieces is less than 0, then I'm going to say it's equal to 0, I think. Somewhat controversial. Angry Little Hamster says our Prime Minister is giving an update. Be back in a few minutes. RV Leshrak. Yeah, can't go into debt. Yeah, that's what I'm, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking that, I don't know. I'm not really sure how to solve this right now at this point. Sex Positive says, Justin? Angry Little Hamster. Sex Positive is asking you, Angry Little Hamster stepped away because they're giving an update. Hopefully Justin, and hopefully not Boris. But it could be Boris because, you know, of the time of day. We'll see. RB Leshrak, welcome out here. You're not talking about Boris, Sex Positive. She's talking about Justin Timberlake. She's smiling. No.
Although, yes,
Yeah, DM probably needs to make a call about you're selling other items to make up the difference. Yeah, RV Leshek, what I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about putting other checks in place before this is called, right? To see if you have enough money to do the thing and blocking it at a higher UI level is what I'm thinking. And then in this low level, I'm thinking, well, you know what, if you essentially pass in bad data, we're going to at least make sure gold pieces is not negative. I know it's controversial. I'm not exactly sure what to do about this yet. I don't have a great way out of this. I certainly do not want to throw an exception now because I don't have great exception handling up above in the UI level. And, you know, so this is my fast, short solution to the problem. And then as we get more data to influence behavior here, we can change it. And I'll try to spell behavior correctly here in a second. Okay. That's CodeRush, by the way, underlining it as well, letting me know that I've got it misspelled. There we go. Okay. And we are, you know, as you may or may not know, we're inside Visual Studio, working in C#. Got CodeRush loaded in Visual Studio. I lead the CodeRush team at Developer Express, and we are dogfooding CodeRush every day. So that means we are writing real apps, looking for ways to improve the product, looking for edge case bugs, looking for performance issues, and we're documenting them on the fly so our devs can come back. When I document an issue here, the devs get all my log files. They get the time, links to the time clip of the live stream, and they get my local time as well, so they can go to the logs. So we've got an automated process that goes and grabs 2 minutes of the logs from that location, shows it to them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Speaking of which, I have to make sure that my performance monitor is turned on. Well, I'm not going to. Well, maybe I could do that now. All right, let's do that now. Actually, with the D&D app, I can do that. So let's cancel this. Let's close this down. I'm going to start up Visual Studio with administrator privileges. Here it comes. Do you want to let this app make changes? I'm going to say you betcha. Okay, and then we want to open up the D&D app. Leshrak says, CodeRush has been absolutely destroying my performance in VS recently. Well, we need to know about that. In fact, one of the ways that you can help us on that is, I'm just waiting for CodeRush to load up here. I don't know quite why. Well, here's the thing. What I'm about to turn on is what I'd love for you to turn on as well. This is going to help us find out why. If we go into options, CodeRush options. Codebase Alpha's with us. Wait, I didn't see Codebase Alpha. All right, hold on. Let's look at Performance Monitor. Automatically open log file when it's ready, decrease noise by limiting unuseful frames, you bet. Merge similar call texture, maximum number of stack frame differences consider familiar. I'm similar, I'm okay with that. Only log performance, only log call performance stacks that include at least one reference to a module from Dev Express. Yes, of course. Maximum number of performance related call stacks including log, I'm fine with that. Minimum number of samples reported call stack, okay. Enable live performance monitoring, that's what I want. Start performance monitor automatically when Visual Studio CPU usage exceeds 25% for more than 3 consecutive seconds. Okay, and so this is the key right here. Might try to reproduce it at home. I can't even use IntelliCode. Policy prohibits telemetry submission. Oh no. All right. See if you can reproduce it at home. I totally get that. It could, if you can't reproduce it at home, and the only differences are the projects you're working on, then it could be related to the project. and you might be able to give us information on the project. For example, you might be able to say, well, look, it's this many files, it's this many lines of code, it's a web app, or it's a WinForms app, or something along those lines. Yeah, let us know about that. Try to get us some of that data on there, because we are the performance issues. I'm rarely seeing them here, and but we have edge case folks we have folks who are reporting issues that we are not able to reproduce, and so this is why we built this piece right in here. So enable live performance monitoring. This is what I'm doing. Maximum number of simultaneously active performance monitor processes. I'm okay with 3. Total sampling duration, sampling gap. So I'm okay with all of that. You can click OK on that. It's a VBE net ASP.NET from 20 years ago, so it is entirely possible that it's a project. Okay. Yeah. So, let us know. Stay in contact with us. At the very least, here's the benefit. Look, if you submit something out to our support center or through email to support@devexpress.com, if you submit something to us, we have to assign a dev to the submission, right? And so if we assign a dev to it, at the very least, we're going to have somebody working on it while you're not working on it, right? Trying to reproduce it, trying to solve it. And, there may be good that comes from that. We might be able to find it. We might be able to find something just from the clues you give us, even if you can't give us, all that awesome telemetry data that we would normally get. So yeah, if you could just reach out, just give us a little bit of information. At least we've got that, and we can run with that. Now, I noticed Codebase Alpha and Jetsam are both here. I think I need to refresh my drone game. I didn't do it this morning, thinking that it would be sufficient to just start up directly. But now I'm refreshing it right now. We're going to start that up. There we go. It's refreshed. And now I think the next time we hear from Codebase Alpha or Jetsam, we're probably going to see a fanfare coming in. That's my take on it. Let me do one quick check here now that I've done that. Oh no, well, I've already done let me do one more actually. One more test I do is fixed. And we switch. We are not switching. No fanfare. Come on, where's my mouse? There it is. Why no fanfare? It's I think a signal R issue. And I think the way to resolve my signal R is to restart. Okay, here we go, kids. We're going to restart the pieces. The good news is I've kind of figured out what some of my delay issues are. Jetsam says, watch a bit of the video of Dragon Humpers. Didn't catch it live. Much fun. Well, thank you so much. We are working our way through some technical issues on it, though, kids. When I've got 5 live streamers and they're joining those signals together, and I'm sending that both out to you and back to them through Skype, and I'm pulling out green screens on all 5, my one machine that's doing all this work starts to chug, starts to slow down. Yeah, a bit laggy, says Jetsam. Yeah, so I'm determined to make this thing high quality, right? What's the point of making all these great high quality graphics and nothing? And yeah, Karen says it's pretty good, but it was there was some lagginess. There were parts that were chugging, the sound quality's there. Here comes Karen.
I'm just saying that Overkill Productions might not have thought it was good, but for mortals, it was pretty good.
Oh, you're so sweet.
The beginning part was a little chunky.
Yeah, a little chunky. We're going to get there.
I'm calling it fat.
You're calling it fat? My show is fat? Needs to get out of it?
No, but the rest of it was, I thought the quality was pretty good. We had that one weird reverby time. Yeah. But other than that, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's also like it's our first recorded show. So it's kind of like.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
I didn't get it right. I didn't get fanfare.
Yeah, nobody got fanfare this morning. And
Can you act out my fanfare?
I'm working. No, I'm going to freaking get it.
No,
I'm not working again. Awk! 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 Whoa, look, I'm a zombie. All right, that's good. Here comes Codebase Alpha. Or I could just get it running. Let's go ahead and do that.
Give you this little love card on your desk.
I don't know. What is that?
Little love note on your desk.
Oh, so sweet. Do you love me?
That's not from me.
I think it is. Looks like it's you. I think my wife loves me, kids.
I think so.
All right. It's not bad considering, every day she's more and more like, I'm out of here.
I'm so fucking bored.
Wait, watch your language, young lady. This is a show for children. I've never heard those words. Internet may be pretty busy at the moment as well. Well, I was talking about earlier. I was talking about last night. It was and I don't think it was internet. I think it's. I actually wanted to. I'm like doing several things at once. Let's get the overlays started here first. I want to make sure no instances of Chrome are running. Start this up from scratch. We're going to refresh everything, but I figured out. I think how to make these things load faster. These overlays. We were having problems where when we had to restart during the show, it would take us up to 10 minutes to do reload. And the reason why, the apparent reason why, is that we started the background loading of the images before SignalR was complete. And this little, loading symbol here that's currently the refresh symbol, but before it's the loading symbol, that thing doesn't go to the page doesn't stop loading until SignalR is complete. And so we had to fully load all the background loaded images is what was happening. And so now I made one change to the code that said, hey, if we have not heard back from SignalR, do not start loading the background images. And in making that change now, so now I should be able to come up here. Mr. Announcer guy is here. Okay, cool. If I am, where's my mouse? There it is. If I now come in and say, if I right click on my Dragon Front overlay, which is here, and I hit refresh cache, it should come in pretty quickly. So we're just waiting for SignalR to come back, and then we're done, like that. Sometimes that used to take minutes. Here, now I'm bring up the 3D dice, do the same thing, refresh the page. And there you can see the scroll bar, and the scroll bar should go away in about a second or two. There it is right there. And so the loading is much, much faster, even if there's a hit on the machine. What we were seeing before is if I had like PNG Gauntlet running, or if I was, had Skype up and it was doing all of this work with the taking the green screens and the NDI and all of that working, that these would suddenly take 10 minutes to load. And we were like, what's going on? Or I was like, what's going on? They were going to come in and refresh the drone game one last time. We'll lose our music for a second. And the drone game, you can see from the scroll bars here, is coming around here like this. Now the drone game, I think, may not have the same code, because I'm still seeing scroll bars here, and we're loading images up. That's interesting. The scroll, I think this code I added may only be in the other overlays. So it might be useful to bring that over to the drone game. Now with that there, now we can start up our D&D app. I think, do I have a change wealth here? Am I calling this? No, apparently not calling change wealth in character. Okay. I think this is all good. Oh, I do want to do this. I want to say, hey, if gold pieces is not equal to old value, because there's possibility, in fact, I'm just going to get rid of that right there. And there's a possibility then that that if we were already at 0, we couldn't subtract anymore. So there's the change wealth there. I could do this. Instead of allowing it to go negative, I could create an IOU kind of piece that could solve that problem. Amount owed, debt, that's where we would increase it. So debt would be positive. Ooh, I like that a lot. Debt is the way to solve this. Okay. Here, let's do this as a to-do right here. Add debt to solve this. So debt and gold are both non-negative. Negative, geez. Okay, there we go. So now I want to call change wealth, and I want to call that from here? No, from game change wealth. Okay, here. And now I want to say get player from ID, pass in player ID. And declare local on that. That's my player. Oh, wait, what's this? Change wealth. No. Hold on. I see. Okay. So this, sorry, calls that. And here's where I want to come into player and call wealth changed. Change wealth, sorry. And pass in the double cage. Hey, Rory's out there.
Oh, good.
I was so worried about you, Rory. I didn't hear from you yesterday. Okay, hold on one sec. We still aren't seeing the fanfare, though. And I feel like we should see the fanfare no matter what. Am I running? Yeah, I'm running this. Let's investigate that in a second here. I think I can run this now. This goes down here, and that's going to do the trigger the unstate change. Okay, let's run it. Let's try to figure out what's going on. Why aren't we seeing the scene change? Scene change is an OBS connection. The OBS connection is not working. That sounds like if that's not working. So if I type in fixed here, that's not going to work, is it?
Fixed.
Wait, it is going to work. Why aren't we seeing SP far? Lagging here as well. Oh, are we saying lagging right now? I've got a green light here. Oh, there we go. It's running. Go base alpha. It's positive. Cranking it up. It's in the house. Let me initialize player data. Yeah, this may not work because I'm not seeing the text go away. Oh, it did go away. Good, good, good. Sometimes I've noticed that if my start times on my apps and my refreshing of the overlays are too much.
Willie.
The difference in time too much. All right, let's go ahead and hide that scroll.
Fred.
Show only Fred's nameplate as well. And again, hide the scroll. Okay, we got fanfares, kids. That means Codebase Alpha. We're going to see it for you the next time you say something. Yeah, still angling for a puppy, I reckon. Are you Codebase? Are you sex positive? Greg, how you doing, buddy? I think I saw you last night in the Dragon Humper stream. Thanks for showing up for that. SP Far, thanks for showing up. Yeah, what do what's your plan on the puppy thing, babe?
I just put it in the chat room.
What'd you say? Your plan?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the plan? I found one in Costa Rica that looks like Baby Yoda. That one you showed me is from Costa Rica, huh? You gonna get it? You know puppies only last like 6 months. You're gonna be.
This one doesn't get big.
It doesn't, so it's like gonna feel like, okay, go get that puppy then. Go get that puppy. Yeah. Who let the dogs out? I did, kids. I let the dogs out. Karen's I'm gonna say yes to getting a puppy, even though it makes no sense. Rory says, have you arranged for Dragon Humpers older than 7 days to archive on YouTube? Yes. I've not done that yet, but I'm going to need to do that. So yeah, I'll do that, Rory. Thanks. Rory, how are you feeling? Better or worse than from when we last spoke to you? That's what I want to know. So I need to know like how much on pins and needles I need to be right now in this moment. Six Positive said, if I had a husband who loved me, what kind of hypothetical is that? He would get it for me. Really? That might be true. And stop saying it makes no sense as if there were a criteria for anything. Oh, baby. Oh, look who's here. Michael Jolly. Michael Jolly was with us last night, too. Sorry, I cannot allow him to fly any further than that. I cannot. Michael Jolly was with us last night, provided some hilarious commentary as well from the chat room, which I enjoyed. Very funny, Michael. Also was for some reason suggesting that the little cutie shave her head. I don't get that, but you know. What are you typing in over there? Karen's got her big smile on her face. She's like, tap, 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 tap. If I had a puppy, I wouldn't have the time to shave my head. Well, geez, let's get you a puppy. Mr. Announcer Guy says, Bald-Bearded Builder, I was thinking maybe you could use a little... Oh, he said the same thing yesterday. Mr. Announcer Guy, come on. Come on, Mr. Announcer Guy. All right, let's turn some music on, kids. Get this thing going over here. There we go. Bonk.
Here's my vape.
All right, we got to change wealth in here. That means we can actually test this here. Let's go back
Bushwhacker.
to me and get my nameplate up here. Actually, that's not going to just my. I don't need my nameplate. I just need to look there at the gold. I got 255. Let's see. If Yeah, these are my new dance moves. I'm going to use the Codebase Alpha dance moves on the dance floor. And Karen will not be able to resist me. No, you will not be able to resist me.
I'm pretty good.
You want me to turn on your mic, baby? Do you want to get in on this or no? Yeah? All right, here
All right, wait.
you're in.
Oh, do I have to listen
So,
to you though?
yeah,
'Cause
you
now
have
I
to. How's Rory doing? Has he said how he's doing yet? He hasn't said anything. He may have just died.
Oh wait,
Oh!
am I Rory right now?
No, you're not. There's Rory's. Yeah, last night was so fun. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, we're working on it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, up and down. I'm all right though. No new vivid symptoms, and temp is down at the moment. Yes. Yes, Rory. Yes. Yes. See, this is bigger than you. It's bigger than your family. You cannot die, Rory. You cannot die. If you were to die every time, everybody, the only thing that would show up on CNN is this show and me mocking you getting the disease or the disease or the virus or whatever like that. And I would finally get my comeuppance. That's why it's bigger than you, Rory. I cannot get my comeuppance. Codebase Alpha, positive thoughts heading your way. Yeah, definitely positive thoughts. And vivid equals COVID. Oh, okay. I got you. No COVID symptoms. New COVID symptoms. That's awesome. That might be true, sex positive. I might continue talking to the kids about you dying to scare them into isolation. Yeah. You want a life with just your father? Let's see what happens if I add some gold here. Let's change wealth by 1. Bring in 1 gold piece. What do we got? Oh, breakpoint. Let's run it. There's 1. Does it go to 256? It does not. All right, let's do that. Let's add another change wealth. All right, we're down in here, and we're going to go inside. There's our player IDs. Change wealth. Get the player. We get the player. Cool. Coming down here. Old value. 257. Oh, the number's going up. On state change. State change event args. Wait, I'm in the wrong spot. Or maybe I am. Gold pieces 257. No. We're just building up the args. And now where we're going over on player state change. We're just building the event args here. And we're in the game. And now the game is looking at player state in change. Oops, sorry, hold on. Can I hide this scroll? I can't hide the scroll from here. I can do it from the chat room now. Test, close. Should be able to get it. There we go. That's actually kind of cool. I'm trying to hide it from my WPF app, but I can't because I can't hit the button because I'm stepping through the code. But I can bypass it here. Are you going to do the same kind of effect for handling out experience points? No, I don't think so. Codebase Alpha. Instead of doing experience points, we're going to do it based on story milestones, and we're going to let the Dungeon Master tell us when to upgrade, and we'll do that between shows. So we'll upgrade between the shows. We might tell everybody at the beginning what we've got, and then we'll, what's new or what's changed. But that's it. I don't think there's going to be any experience points. Hold on. Let's F11 into here. No rechargeables. Update state UI for player. Looking for a Hubtastic base station call here. I'm curious as to why I'm not seeing it. Update state UI for player. No, that was this right here. We're down here. No update base station, Hubtastic base station call. Let's go to Hubtastic base station. This is maybe our problem. Looks like I'm getting flickering here. Wait, we know how to fix that now. Bring up NVIDIA. Where's the control panel? Here we go. Even the control panel is flickering. Wait, there's the, I'm gonna have to look on the stream of it to see it. And I thought it was clicking one of these two that we solved the problem. Maybe change resolution, and then we went up and clicked, I think, this one. Not working now. Dang. I'm just gonna click on all of these. Yeah, flickering like crazy. Okay. Maybe I have to change the resolution once. Yeah, I'm just like searching through almost darkness here. What's going on? Click on these. Just trying to find a way out of this to get the... Let's go down here. Click on these. I feel like there's something in here. I feel like when we were doing this and I came up here last time, we clicked like I think here, and boom, everything worked again. Enable developer settings. I'm looking on my stream preview to actually work with this. On my actual monitor, it's completely gone and disappeared. And I have the latest drivers, which is, you know, a little bit unnerving. We've got 60 hertz refresh rate. No other options for that. Yeah, not good. All right, let's try one more thing while we've got this up here. Let's bring up our display settings as well. Let's just move this a little bit. And I completely lost it. There's the apply button right there. Still flickering. All right, well, I can work with the flicker a little bit. Yeah. Which one can I mess with here? All right, I'm going to stop trying here. I thought we had a way out of that. That's not working. The other thing that sometimes seems to help is if I close down other apps. So I'm going to close down all my non-essential pieces right now. And I'm still seeing a little bit of flicker here. So I'm scrolling down, but okay, we'll just keep trying. A level up animation, no, but Codebase Alpha, we did do some cool stuff yesterday that I really like. Let me show you what we did. I don't know if you saw this or not, but let's see. Oh, we're in a breakpoint, so I can't show it yet. Give me a second. I wanted to keep going through here, trying to figure out why we're not. Go to Hubtastic base station. Right there. And clear data changed. I want to set a breakpoint here and here and run and see, do I even call these? So I do from here. What am I calling it from? Set update state, update player scroll on stream. Okay, cool. So I am getting that. Nice. And then what am I sending out? The player data. Add watch. And there's my gold pieces, 257. Right there. So why isn't it updating? Let's run it. And there's the piece I was going to show you. See the 25 coming up? Here,
Merkin Bushwhacker.
7, 8. All right. Let's do it again. Why are you coming out at Fred? Was it because our breakpoint was so long?
Lady McLovenuts. Bushwhacker.
Well, is that coming from above me? Now it's showing 257. Now it went to 258. What? We didn't change any code and now it's working? Let's try again. Change well. 59. All right, let's go put a minus 100. Change well. That's working. Change wells again. There we go. And again, down to 0. Okay, you know, I hate it when this happens, kids. Change wealth, add 122. So that right there, we added that same effect for damage. So if I come in and hit damage, damage is totally in the wrong spot though. Is it because I've turned off all the other nameplates? Is that what it is? That might be what's going on. Hold on.
Willie. Lady McLovenuts. Merkin.
Turn on my nameplate. Now what happens? Nope. It's still over there at Fred. That's really weird.
It's Judy. Lady.
Let me reinitialize player data. Oh, maybe.
Merkin.
I think I know why it might have been happening. I've got a checkbox on this main piece, and I think Fred was maybe checked as I was moving. That might have been it. All right, let's do let's inflict some damage here. We'll change the wealth. We'll bring it up by 122. And oh, it did work. Okay, cool. So that's going up. That's excellent. It might be cool in the future to highlight the wealth as it's changing so everybody can see that and their eyes can zoom in on that. The other piece that we were doing that I was talking about is, yeah, the blood is definitely going off from Fred when it should be going off. See, we got a bug down low. Let's see if we can set a breakpoint. Refresh it up here. Initialize player data. Yeah, I didn't notice this last night, so I'm trying to figure out, wait, why is this happening now? It's like our player ID is somehow been reset, is what it looks like to me. Okay. Switch to
Merkin Bushwhacker.
Inflict damage. That's working. What about the buttons over here? Do I just have the wrong button? I must have the wrong button. No, that's what it was. It was my fault. It didn't have anything to do with the bug. It was just me and pushing this button over here. The code started working because you threatened it with all that blood. The space on the scroll for GP looks a little small. In my experience, players scored thousands of gold pieces. Yeah, well, let's watch what happens as we continue to change the wells here. Watch what happens as we get up to about 1,000. There. So we're still fitting. Let's now start incrementing by, I don't know, let's say like 5,000. Okay, let's see if that's working. Okay, keep going. Watch what happens. Nice. That's awesome. So let's now move up by 20,000, 25,000. We'll see what happens here. So here we go. Change wealth. Oh my gosh. Look at, I love the animation engine can handle that though. That's 25,000 gold coming in. That's insane. 74,000, 99,000. Let's add about 400 gold to this. 555. Here comes. We're at 100,000. So I think we're good, right, in terms of the space. This is something I actually worked out like months ago when I was building this piece right here. Also noticing, let's take a look at performance right now on my machine. What do we got? The GPU. Google Chrome. Yeah. This front overlay is doing something it shouldn't be doing. Look at the Google Chrome right there. Right there. 30% GPU right now. What is it doing? And I wish I knew more about performance. I really need to get somebody, if anybody out there is like an expert in this or can help teach me, help me learn this, I would love to have you as a guest on the show. You can help talk me through it, or you can try talking me through it in the chat room. But I want to find out what is going on with the GPU, right? How do I find that out? I've used profilers in the past, and I find that every time I try to wrap my head around this profiler without like taking a training lesson in it, I don't get it. But let's hit the record button on this. Got 28, there it is right there, 30%. It's in the top 2. Look at that GPU usage. It's insane. What are you doing? Stop the profile. Now at this point, I would like this to be, maybe this wasn't a sampling profile, but I'm familiar with like a sampling profile. That's what I'm looking for. It says disable JavaScript samples. And then once I'm there, okay, well here, I'm looking for something that I can drill down into it. So the system is out in this space here, scripting is here. Now I'm expecting to be able to double click or something to get into it to see what that piece is. But it's not here. Now let me show you what I'm looking at. I'm expecting to be able to drill into that guy right there. But I can't drill into that guy. So I see, okay. But it also says this is unsettling, spending most of its time idle. How do I find out what was taking the most time in this? That's my question. When is the show monetized? Asking for a friend who's given 1.5 years to this project. Baby, I can't work on the monetization at this time right now. I have to do design work on it, which is not coding. So I have to code before I have to do outside of this space design work before I can monetize. What else? Anything else I missed?
Hey, can people hear me right now? No. Okay, good.
Yeah, I got your mic on.
You have my mic on?
Yeah, your mic's on. You want me to turn it off?
Oh, yeah, they can. That's so dangerous. Look how much you trust me.
Put all those coins. Look at how much I trust you. Yeah, I'm going to turn your mic up. I just realized. So yeah, I'm like looking at this interface and I have not really an idea. Oh, this might be good. Look at that. Dry image. What's that? That looks good. Might be able to work with that. Let's see if we can get rid of that chat window. Come back over to this view over here. Can I see a breakdown in here? I don't know what run microtasks is. Measure text. Do I have... I wonder if I have a problem with my text effects, that I'm not removing my text effects. Is that possible? let's see, where was that? That was over in Dragon Front Game. What if that's the problem? We've got a problem with our text effects here. Let's see if that's the case. I think it was animation or text effects, maybe? Text animations. Remove expired animations. I have that. Maybe we're not removing them. Let's set a breakpoint here. How many do we have? There's none. So what is going on? How is measured text getting so much? It says it's 8.7%. Draw image is having the most. What's my draw image? Draw cropped by index. Show nameplate. So I'm just showing the nameplates. That's all I'm doing is showing the nameplates. Okay, now I'm at least understanding how this is working here. Okay. So, all right, that's finally, I feel like, okay, so to get useful information, click on bottom up, not necessarily summary. Oh, wow, if I click away, it closes everything down. Okay, so I got draw image here that's happening 23.5% of the time. I am not understanding why this is having such a hit on the GPU. It's almost as if request animation frame is like happening very, very frequently. I was hoping for an easier problem to solve here. I'm trying to remember where I've got request animation frame coming from here. I think it's in the main windows here. And I'm wondering, does it make sense to move this down to here? So I do my main work first, then I call request animation frame. I don't know, let's try it. I'm not anticipating a huge difference, but I just want to see if things still seem to work. All right, waiting for clear data to be initialized, initializing it now. Let's hit some buttons. Seems to still be working, is that right? I don't see the blood yet, but I'm seeing the text animation. It's probably because the blood has to load in the background. The background loading has not happened with the blood effects yet. Yeah, GPU usage is high. That's for drawing these 4 frames. Does not make sense to me. There's the blood effects in the background, happening background and foreground. So moving that down, the request animation frame doesn't make any sense. We come back into performance here, clear. I want to make sure we're high in terms of processor usage here. Let's just change it to name. And we'll select that one right there. We're looking for a high GPU. There it is, 38. That's what I'm looking for, that high GPU. See if we can get any closer to figuring this out. Stop. And run micro tasks. Now it takes up 33% of the time. What's going on with that? Timer fired. And that's all the clues we have on that. See if we get anything here. So it's calling some kind of, it seems like it might be related to a timer. I don't think I have that. I think I've got all of my oh shoot, I've got all open documents selected over here. This will take a while. Yeah, crazy flickering here. 72 hit point hit, ouch. That one's not interval. No set interval calls here. Go to Dragon Game. Do I have anything in here? No. Yeah, so this is really bizarre to me that it's taking such a huge hit. Also weird that still most of the time it's spent is idle. Most of the 10 seconds was spent idle. So if it's idle, why is the GPU hit so high? Let's do this, enable advanced paint instrumentation. And let's go back and check it. Where are we here with it? 35%. All right, go. So we get better data here. Yeah, most of the time spent idle, it says. So scripting is 805 milliseconds. So 1 second of that is spent scripting. What is going on with the GPU? And OBS Studio similarly there. Compare this. So look at what the numbers are here for this. This is like clearly up in the high 20s, right? And it's just sitting there doing nothing. If I were to shoot blood across it, what happens? Oddly, it drops to 0. Oh, there's something wrong here. Let's try another search here. JS Max GPU. Anything there? Here we go. Although it's something else. What's my frame rate out here on the Dragon, the front game, I think is what I wanted to look like, front main. Do we have is it just request animation frame? Does that set the frame rate? Nope, don't want that one. Oh no, maybe there's that. Callbacks usually 60 times a second. It still doesn't make sense. We're doing those 60 times a second. We're doing the profiling. Profiling says that out of that 10-second span, we spent less than a second drawing out of the entire 10 seconds. And out of that 805 milliseconds that we spent drawing, 25% of that was actually drawing the pieces. So it doesn't explain why the GPU usage is so high. That's bizarre. You're saying adding context save and context restore, even though there were no transformations on the context, improved performance by about 2%. Weird. That's not helpful. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's a dead end here, kids. I'm like, there's definitely a problem, but it's not clear how to solve it. But I guess the thing I wanted to point out is, so look at the numbers, 25%, 26%, right? Same thing with OBS Studio. let's go switch over back to the back one and see what those numbers look like. Here's Chrome now. Look at that. There is something in that front overlay. Look at that. It's down under 7%. That's what I would expect from this. So what is going on? If I initialize the player data, it doesn't change. It's still about 6% right there.
Shaker.
Filling stuff up.
Lady.
Let's roll a skill check with advantage on that. So we've got now, yeah, this is like what I'm expecting. Something happened. Something is different about that front overlay. Yeah. Look at that. That's like, it's down to 2%, kids. That's what I'm expecting from the front overlay. The front overlay is somehow different and sucking up a lot of GPU. Also notice the back overlay's got sprinkles on it. Right? So things that we might associate with high GPU usage, right? Okay, now it is going up. It's essentially doubled. But definitely less than the other one. So adding sprinkles did have some impact there. Let's see if we get rid of sprinkles here. Here we go. Sprinkle's going to take a nap. Set drop. That is the behavior I would expect. So something is wrong in the front manager, and it's really bizarre that in the front overlay that we are not able to find out what that thing is by doing a performance check on it. Like, that's making no sense to me. I'm gonna have to save this, I think, for later to look at. It's super interesting. We just switched over to the front one. It's not too bad right now. Let's see what happens when I initialize player data. Oh, and it goes up. Is this really just drawing the nameplates? That makes absolutely no sense. Ooh, I have an idea. One of the things we changed on the front plate is we brought the clock to the front. Let's turn off the clock drawing in that front and see if that solves the problem. Wouldn't that be sweet if it did? And then we could narrow down on that problem here. So where's my clock panel? Clock panel is there. There's the load. Here's where I'm adding it. Am I calling this anywhere? Setting the frame index. This just changes if we're entering combat or exiting combat here. Okay, that's not a big deal. We add the clock layer effects. The firewall is there as well. Draw clock layer effects, update positions, and draw. I think we could take these out and just keep the text coming out. Let's do that. Let's comment both of those out right there. This is really dramatic music for this bug hunt. Let's refresh. Hide scroll. Refresh is done. Initialize player data. Bring back task manager. Not really. It still looks high. Okay, so good. It's not the background then. Well, at least good. We know it's not that. It's kind of an interesting attack on the vector, isn't it? So update screen calls there, draw clock layer effects, that's all good. Where are we drawing the time? I'm not getting it. Super update screen. Feels like there should be more here to this update screen. All right, let me just drop a marker here and let's go look where we're drawing the time here. Oops, I'm in the wrong place, back in here. Let's do this instead. Let's bring up CodeRush and type in time, see if we can tap the control key, say only in this file. Time font in draw game time. Draw time plus effects. That's in the update screen here. Wait, I'm totally confused. I thought we were here before when we commented out that code. There's a different update screen we were looking at. Okay, I think we updated, we were commenting out on the wrong piece. All right, so I'm going to comment out this. Let's try that. So time plus effects. Refresh. Okay, cool. Down to low numbers. That's what I'm expecting. And it's so interesting that if this is really the case, why didn't the profiler find this for us? Really low. Let's go initialize the data. Initialize player data, see if it jumps up. It does jump up high. High, high, high. What is going on? Okay, time plus effects seems like it's okay. Not drawing that anymore. Let's do a kind of a binary search. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to binary search this baby. I'm like determined to find this performance issue. .3, we're going to initialize player data, see what happens. Go up. It is not going up. Cool. So we suspect it's somewhere in this space. So I'm going to undo that. Let's take the all this plus nameplates out. So really the nameplates, it just doesn't make sense. Refresh. I love though that I'm down to like 8 lines of code that might be causing the problem. Initialize player data. Okay, what do we got here? What's my hit? Reasonable. Okay, we're down to 4 lines of code. Is it really the nameplates? I'm going to add in all of the text animations we've added here. And refresh. This music is so appropriate for finding this bug. Brian Laguna says, "Sup, buddy? What are we working on today?" Hey, Brian. Thanks for coming out here. Sorry I didn't see you there. If I missed that, my apologies. I'm trying to find a bug right now, a performance bug that Chrome is not making it so obvious to me. And my tools for finding it are looking at the GPU. It was up at around 30%, 25 to 30%. It happens right after I initialize player data. And it looks like we're still good. I've initialized the player data and we're still low, which is where I want us to be. So now we're down to show nameplates, all front effects, or the coin manager. Let's throw these two on. We'll keep the nameplates off for a second. Maybe there's a problem in the nameplates, in the nameplates code. And initialize player, well, let's look at our baseline. Baseline is 2% there for Google Chrome, 7%, 9%. It's gonna stay under 10. Yeah, so now we'll initialize player data, watch what happens to it. Does it go up or not? It really looks like the problem is in the nameplates. Like stunning. It's going to show nameplates. The bot agrees. The bot abides. Welcome, Pudding. How you doing, buddy? We're down to like this. This is crazy. We're down to show nameplate. Well, sure, Pudding gets a fanfare. You get one too, Jetson. Jetson. He's in the house. I'm like a little bit stunned on this. That this is causing my problem. Where's my draw cropped call in here? Let's maybe take out my draw cropped call. Just that one alone, right there. And let's refresh it. Refresh. Looks like I'm not seeing the back nameplate. It looks like those other two lines of code we commented out. Clock player effects are in Dragon Game. Clock player effects is called update screen here, and is also called from super update screen. Draw time plus effects. That's called from update screen in Dragon front game. Why are we not seeing? It's weird that we're not seeing the background of the clock. It should totally be right there. All right, let's refresh. Let's bring up our task manager so we can see it hit. initialize player data. So we're now just drawing a portion of the nameplates. Draw crop by index? Really? You're going to tell me that's the problem? Now it's just doing this, the left and rights. Well, it is higher. It's actually substantially higher. Whoa! Whoa! What is going on with that GPU usage? What is it about that method that's causing that problem? Also, wait. Why aren't we seeing the background of the clock? I need to find that out. I thought I uncommented those lines of code. It's as if it's not taking that uncomment I did. I wonder if it's an empty cache and reload, hard reload, because the code looks good. You can see it now? No, maybe. All right, let's go see what we can figure out. I'm going to break into the code and figure out the down to 2.3 though. Hold on. Oh, because we haven't initialized player data yet. Haven't initialized player data yet. All right, let's find this problem first. Why is that not? I really think oh yeah, look, I said F11 to go in. It's not, it's completely out. We uncommented these lines of code, but they're not getting incorporated into the test. That's not good. So looks like edit and continue has got a problem here in JavaScript land. So what does that mean? Am I going to take this out of here and restart? I think not. I think what I'm going to do I'm going to store the code to where it was. Yeah, I know what I'm doing may appear insane to you. Like, wait, why is he refactoring that? Just to make it a little more efficient, right? Sprite y minus this nameplate parts dot origin y. Same thing here. Sprite dot y minus this dot nameplate origins y. Right there. Just make the code a little easier to read. We'll do the same thing here. And that. Yeah, these are tried and tested, methods. They're called all over the place. And console logging? I don't think so. Let's try again. Initialize player data. There's no, we're not flooding the console with log messages. The GPU is high. Suppose we can come into performance again. Say clear. Give it to me again. Yeah, most of the time spent idle. But the GPU was just maxed out when we're calling it, I guess. I don't know. Bottom up. Draw image. Draw by index. Show nameplate. Show nameplates. Update screen. Show heaviest stack. Oh, this is way better. Okay, they're like, we're gonna hide this by default. And I'm like, whoa. Well, let me get this back over here. You can see that. Test wave, did that work? Okay. Probably should have protected himself on the last one. Double ouch. This is good. This is nice data off to the side. Show nameplate. The only thing I'm thinking of that seems to make sense is show nameplate. Is it's called many, many times. I don't have a count over here. This is not lined up with the code here. Because the changes I made are not coming in. I think I'm going to, said I wasn't going to go after it. I'm like, because I don't want to restart everything. I'll look into it later, I think is what I'll do. What's my filter? Said I wasn't going to do this. Oh, because I'm hue shifting. Even that should not, that's not a performance hit. That should be totally fast. Yeah, I'm like not getting it in show nameplate. Yeah, these numbers aren't corresponding to the actual code because I've made code changes and it seems to not be bringing it up. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna offline this bug hunting on this particular piece. Let's go over into, we're going to switch over into the code Let's just review the piece we did at the beginning of this, make sure that's still working.
Willie,
Come in here, let's do a couple things here. So let's switch to my character in
Merkin!
front of me. Add health 11. There we go. You see that there's a health updating. It is. Inflict damage. That's working. The add temp hit points, I think, is not working. If I say 11 here, nothing, it just adds it regular. Let's look at that. Add temp hit points, go up to that one. Here. Damage health change. Change health. Here's where I want my breakpoint, I think. So add temp hit points 11. So we will now come in here and say, hey, look, his temp hit points is true. So I think we want to do this. If the hit points, we say change temp HP, like that. Otherwise, we're going to go over here. Let's just do this. Copy that to clipboard, drill into this one. Save the value so we can trigger the on change event. That's what I'm going to do there. Thanks, Codebase Alpha. All right, so that'll trigger our state change event for the temp hit points. Let's see if that works and solves and fixes that. Let's see if that works. Okay, so we will run. Okay, so now I'm going to say let's add 5 temp hit points right now. And click it. Does it work? All right, got to kill the app and restart it because I made changes low level, I think. Yeah, to the character. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if Edit and Continue could handle low level changes to the DLLs. Changes to the low level DLLs. Here we go, starting up again. Willie Teehee says Jetsam. Wee-hee, tee-hee.
Lady,
All right. Looks like player data.
Bushwhacker.
All right, let's add 5 temp hit points again. Ooh, I see it right up there. And if I enter combat, Do I get to see it on the name Kind of. Okay, so I've got my +5 here. So it's just my temp hit points, but I don't see the other piece. I thought I wrote the code so that it would show up as well underneath it. Let's inflict damage. I'm going to inflict 10 points of damage to me, which should actually reduce me by 5 total. So right now I'm at 38 hit points and 5 temp points right there. So if I inflict 10, the 38 should go to a 33 and the 5 should go to a 0. So try it. It worked. Nice. Let's add temp hit points. I'm going to add 5 more temp hit points. Nice. And I'm still at 33. So if I now do 8 points of damage, 8 points of health damage, my 33 should go to a 30 and my 5 should go away. Nice. 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 Okay. Let's go add 5 more temp hit points. We should say temp HP. There it is. I wanted that text to see that, and I'm seeing that. Okay, good. Not bad. Let's double check our wealth again. Let's go in and say, let's add 25 gold. 25 gold went up to 280. Let's buy something for 100 gold. Change wealth. Cool. Let's buy something for 99 gold. And do it one more time. And do we go to 0? We probably do. Okay. And then I just want to add debt to there. I don't think I'm going to add debt today, but I think that's, I am going to work on that. What's remarkable to me, though, is the performance hit on this. What is going on there? Like, let's just review that one more time. Google Chrome right now is what's up and loaded. It's the back overlay, not the front. So that's fine. But OBS Studio, holy cow. Seems like that's high. Yeah, maybe not, but when it was 30 something, that was high. All right, next. So last night when we played the game, a couple die rolls were wrong. And I realized I kind of painted myself into a really poorly designed corner with regards to the UI and the game, playing the game. And the problem is that sometimes I was getting incorrect data in here for what we should be rolling, what dice we should be rolling. And I was like, really? Come on. And it was partially because of an architectural change I'd made as well. And this is like the classic problem that occurs with coding is you create the UI and your UI is like, it's like, you know, sufficient and it works. Then you make an architectural change and you realize you've got a problem with the UI because the UI is kind of rigid in terms of how it interacts. And so what do? Well, you either make it more flexible or you tack on, and guess what I did? I tacked on and tacked on and tacked on. And so I've got this UI now that is not really great, not really testable. Well, the UI itself is not bad. It's certainly functional, and it's functional from the standpoint of controlling the show. But the connection between the UI and the structure is not great. That's the problem. And I wanted to add testing abilities to this. And what I wanted to do is essentially represent this UI as a low-level class. Specifically, what's these buttons here, this data here, this data here, that data, this, and all of these, so that we can actually test these and these pieces as well to some degree. These are high-level structures here that are coming in as we're reading in the files. But I kind of need to bring these low-level to do the testing. So it occurred to me that I kind of need to test this, is what I need to do, and represent this. I think first is I want to try and find a reproducible problem here. Oh, look at that. I saw this last night. I have a reproducible different problem here on the spell drawing. What happened? Some kind of change in the spell drawing, the spell book, that it's not drawing that, or the data probably more likely. Spellbook options, go to solution. Here's the spellbook. Let's double check our data. Spells. I don't think the spells changed. But for some reason, our ability to draw on the spellbook, markup table seems to have stopped here. Something's wrong. I don't get it. Let's go do set a breakpoint there. Figure that out at least. I think there's a table. Keyboard wrap lines. Set a breakpoint there, maybe. Let's go to our main window, go to spells, run Chaos Bolt. Let's get Chain Lightning instead. And now back to Chaos Bolt. No breakpoint? Okay, there we go. I think. The table row is undefined. All right, let's run it. Now it's in the table row. Current line is that. Okay, let's run to the next one. Current line is the next one. Good. And it's pushing it. So now these are all the lines. Wait, only one? Let me run it in a second. I want to check to make sure there are no console error messages. Oh, that could be my problem. Where are we? 771 of spellbook. I got two columns here. They both look good to me. Is column I, what's sales link? Is 3? Wait, what's my data for this? Why do I have 3 cells? I should only have 2 cells here. Let's go back to set the breakpoint one more time here. 3 cells. So my split is occurring here. Boolean do? I think that's supposed to take off. Also, callback function one time for each element of the array. Do I actually have a function here called Boolean? Nope, I don't. It's the primitive value of the specified object. I think it was designed to filter. I'm not sure what exactly this is. I think it's going to look like, I'm going to change the code slightly, I think, to this. If column and column justification is that, same thing here. And then otherwise, we're just going to say text align is left. And I think I'm going to do that. It feels like a fix. It's weird. I'm not sure where this is coming from. All right, let's do that. Let's do a refresh here. The back overlay.
Bushwhacker.
No. No. Why is that? Refresh over here, find out, see if we figure out what's going on now. Yeah, I'm not sure how this came to be. I feel like that was a suggestion from somebody. Yeah, it's still not working. Console, what's my problem? No, oh wait, I gotta initialize the data. Okay. Move this over here. Says clear data. Width of undefined. Where's that? Still back to column again. Yeah, I'm feeling the problem is up here in draw table row. Somehow the word, you know, I'm not sure if this is a change or what's going on here. What that, if this used to be something else. Let's look this up. Split filter. Let's look for an example and change this code. Maybe that's going to be a nice way out of this. JavaScript. Split. String. Split. Filter. example. So let's look for only keep truthy values in the array. Okay. So this will only keep truthy values. The Boolean seems to have changed. What's going on? I see what's happening. Okay, cool. So this is not working, is what it looks like to me. Janiscu7 rating with party free at 3. Thanks, Janiscu7. So glad you're here just in time to save the day. All right. What is going on here? JS filter Boolean not working. Make it go out to Google. Okay, this is crazy to me. Here's the line. Filter Boolean is being called on the split.
Janiscu7, where are you? We need your help. Oh,
I have.
Yeah, filter Boolean does not appear to be working. And what happened there? I'm now doing I did a search for the word Boolean to see if I somehow redeclared it. And through the entire project, do not see it. That's not working. Okay, so I think we're going to have to rewrite a filter. Let's rewrite the filter ourselves. Just filter example. Working. Filter, there we go. Something like this. How about that? Right there. Let's run it. Oh, come on. No errors. Oh, man. All right, fine. Stop. We have to stop it. All right, we're stopping the overlays. Killing down Chrome. Shutting down Chrome. Let's start them back up again. Properties, refresh. Properties, refresh. And properties, refresh. Okay, uh-oh, builders. What has happened here? Oh, okay, I see. That's what I want right there. All right, run. Yeah, that filter Boolean seems to suddenly have stopped working. And I have no explanation for it. I did a search for the word Boolean, thought maybe I polluted the global namespace with it. I did not. Saw the problem last night. We're now essentially rewriting that to get our own version of truthiness in the header here, right? To see it, make sure it's not null and that the length is greater than 0. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like this idea of truthiness completely changed on us. How did that happen? Okay, that's loading up. I'm going to have to restart this. I'm going to refresh our drone game. There's the refresh on the drone game. Just realizing we haven't seen Surly Deb today. Hope Surly Deb is okay. Start up the D&D app. Drone game is still loading. There it is. Drone game is done loading. And D&D app is working its way up. Should be able to start music now, I think. Should see the clock in a second as the drone game or as the D&D app loads up. Hoping I'm going to see that. Initialize player data. Why no clock? Initialize player data, but the text did not go away. Try one more time. Initialize player data. Not working. What's the right way around this? So I have to really restart everything again. Drag in front overlay. Let's just try one of these. We'll refresh one of these here. Now I got time. If I initialize player data, does it go away? One of those go away, the front overlay? It does. All right, so just for some reason need to refresh these one more time. And then dragging back over. Refresh that. Initialize player data. Let's see this. There we go. Now they're done. Okay.
Willie! Lady!
Catching up.
Merkin! Little cutie!
All right, let's go see if the spell works now.
Merkin!
Come on. No. Let's get over here. Refresh this one too. Yeah, that filter feels like it totally should have worked. The filter's not working? Is that what it might be? Okay. Let's just move that over so we can see the code here, because I can't really take care of the one on front. Well, actually, I could do this. On the back overlay, I could do a refresh on it. Now we'll keep it. We'll look at this right now. What's my cell count here? Still 3. What is in that third one? Is it a space? There's a space here. There's a space at the end of the line. It's not that Boolean changed, it's that a space got in there at the end of the line. Hold on. What if we say .trim here? We go back to Boolean. I'm feeling this is a good fix to the solution. Yeah, it looks like a space got added there maybe, but I thought we just looked at that inside of Google Sheets. Okay, slice player data. Merkin, Chaos Bolt. That fixed it. The trim works. Okay. All right. Drag this over here. Come into the main one. Initialize it again on the main one.
Willie Shaker.
Okay, better. We're not seeing the icon there, but it's delay loading it. Also, the special effects are they're all loading it on demand.
Bushwhacker lady.
I'm going to refresh the drone game as well. Okay, good. Fix that. Let's close it down. Let me see if that space is there. I thought I checked it, that it was in fact good. So right and right one more gets down here. There's no extra space. So I wonder if I'm adding an extra space somewhere prior to that point. That might be the case. That might be what's happening. I want to go down. Let's look for other tables down here. I want to make sure those other tables are looking good. What is this one here? View, freeze, one column. Okay, there we go. We already see this. Control weather. All right, let's go take a look at control weather. And my sound effects for the stream, I'm not hearing anymore. Interesting. I just heard that. Where's that coming from? Why am I not hearing the... There's control weather. Okay. See, that looks good. Creation. That looks good. Melf's minute meteors. There we go. Got some music coming. All right, cool. What's going on with this? Oh, that's in here. I'm sorry. That's in the code. It's not in the description for it. Reincarnate. There it is. Also looks good. Scrying. I'm okay with that. Tables look good there too. And teleport. That's a nice test of the tables. Okay. Yeah, you've got left aligned columns on this side. You've got center aligned columns here, here, and here. Yeah, it's all good. And it looks good. It's easy to read. Not a lot of lines. So is that it? That's all of them right there, 8 of 8. Okay, so that's good and fixed, and I feel good about that. Not bad. Let's look at some of the, let's see if we can recreate some of the bugs we saw last night. They had to do with spells and, let's see if we can get you right here. Spells, hold on. And specifically, this was wrong. That was wrong. That was one of the problems I was dealing with last time. Let's see if I can recreate that. Let's hide the scroll here. Let's go in. I'm going to stay over here with me. Let's go like tidal wave. Actually, now I want to bring the scroll back up so I can see it. I'm not drawing it. Yeah, I'm seeing it over on this side, but I'm not seeing it here.
Little cutie! Working!
Weird state bug we seem to be in there. Okay, here we go. Tidal wave. So tidal wave, I'm expecting to see 4d8, and I don't for tidal wave. Let's try one more time. Just click on it. I'm expecting to see 4d8, and it should be bludgeoning. It's not. If I roll damage and I see 2d8, look, it changed to 48 at the last minute. And look at how slow the dice are. We saw this problem last night too. GPU is at 99%. From what? OBS browser page exe. Holy cow. This one is not parented by these others down below. What is that? Can I end that task safely? Kids, if we end the stream, I'll probably come right back. I'm going to come right back and bring it back up. Let's see what happens if I end this task. Hello? Still streaming? What was that? GPU, whoa, GPU, it created a new one. Now it's owned by it. It's that one there. Oh, interesting. When I killed it, look what happened around the stream. So what was that? That was all of them? All of them got destroyed, and yet my GPU is like at 46% on, like, especially 34% on this one. 68% on that page alone. How much I want to do that right there, right now. Fine, let's see what happens. Yeah, it just brings it back in, or no? Yeah. Yeah, that's sucking up a lot of GPU. End it again. Now we just got this thing here. That's the main one. Definitely not going to end that. Interesting. Yeah, all the overlays are frozen. Let's see what happens. It's going to come in and refresh them. Absolutely not. When I click on refresh here, nothing happens. Turn it off, turn it on. If I turn them all off, at least now we can see the code. We got music playing, which is kind of interesting. That's interesting. Sound effects were coming as I reconnected it. But definitely, I think we can't refresh it. That's right. Okay. So that means I'm kind of stuck here and looking at a restart. Yeah, the investigation as to what's going on with the GPU usage here is I think something I'm going to be researching and looking into between now and next Tuesday show. I'm going to say thanks to everybody. I know this is kind of a little not as productive show as we normally have. So my apologies for that, you know. I don't know. Like, I guess you can look at it positively in all kinds of ways. You know, sometimes this stuff happens and we're going through trying to find stuff. Look at this, now down to 12%. It's feeling a little more realistic. But, you know, note to self, OBS Studio does not like me shutting down these browsers. Roy Becker, we hope you feel better. Hope you recover from this. And everybody else out there, hope you stay safe. Let me look at a channel, find a channel for you guys to jump you guys over to. Raid channel. All right, we'll send you to Brian Clark. Christmas says, have a good weekend, everybody. Stay safe and healthy. That's what I want for everybody out there. Stay safe and healthy. Say hi to Brian for me, and we'll talk to you later.